What is up, everyone? Coffee break is here. And as you can see from the title of this video, we're here on a Wednesday afternoon recording a video about Tom Brady. I haven't made this video because honestly, when the report first came out, I didn't really pay too much attention. Nowadays, as you guys all are aware, in this day and age, anyone can write about anything. Hell, I'm on this mic talking about anything I want to talk about. And so, given that, and that said, there's going to be a lot of speculation. Now, why the 49ers? Well, it has to start with Tom Brady. Tom Brady, of course, grew up in San Mateo, is from the Bay Area, and there's always been speculation that he would want to come back to the West Coast. And now we're at a crossroads where Tom Brady, and this is Tom Brady's perspective, Tom Brady doesn't want to play for New England again, because if he did, this would have been done. I would think Belichick would want to start fresh, draft a quarterback maybe this year, and develop and move on. The whole Patriots gig has run its course, and it's been a fantastic one of the greatest of all time, right? And now he's looking for somewhere to retire, warm weather, maybe back home. And the Raiders were one of the teams that a lot of people considered him to be a viable option. And I think that was more realistic than the 49ers, to be honest. Given what they say about Derek Carr, I don't think that John Gruden is 100% behind Carr. I think they're saying the right things. And so here we are. When I first heard about the report, again, I didn't believe it. I'm just like, this is white noise. People need something to talk about in late February, early March. Like, this is nothing. This is going to be a breeze. Of course, it makes a lot of sense for Tom Brady before the 49ers. Not a lot of people are considering that this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's a huge risk, a huge gamble. And let me explain why this is a huge gamble. It's not about the money, because Garoppolo, he's going to make close to $26 million this year. If they cut him, the dead cap money is right around $4 million. And then you still have to sign Brady, I'm assuming, to a lucrative contract for at least 2 years. And that's going to cost you upwards to $25 million per. And, I don't even know how much money guaranteed. So then, after that, you can forget about signing Eric Armstead, Emmanuel Sanders, Jimmy Ward. Like, you can forget about picking up any other free agents if you make this move, because your money is going to be tied to the quarterback. You're telling this quarterback, hey, we're giving you $4 million to just walk or be traded, and then you're going to have this 2-year commitment of Tom Brady, who's 42, by the way. And so there's just so much moving pieces to this, because obviously it's an unfair comparison to Jimmy Garoppolo. You're comparing him to a Hall of Famer. We get it, and Brady didn't have the numbers he's been having. Like, this was a down year for him. And some would argue, well, he didn't have the supporting cast, he didn't have the receivers, yada, 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 and I get that, but it's a huge gamble, because if the 49ers make this move, what's next after Brady? Let's assume that Jimmy Garoppolo gets traded back to New England. You know how crazy that would be? That'd be a huge win for the Patriots, by the way. But let's say that happens. The hoodie gets back Jimmy G. He's now 3 years into his contract. There's familiarity there. So it just makes sense, right? We signed Brady to a 2-year deal. The thing is, what happens after Brady retires? Like, now you're putting too much pressure on John Lynch and the front office. Draft a quarterback with a lot less draft capital than you've had in the past, and say, yeah, after Brady, we're going to have to figure this out. It makes no sense. It makes completely no sense to me. You have to remember, Jimmy Garoppolo was in the Super Bowl. Yes, granted, he didn't win the Super Bowl. We get it. He got you there. There were games, there were moments where Jimmy Garoppolo stepped up. And I've been an advocate for Jimmy Garoppolo, because this past year, 2019 to now 2020, Jimmy Garoppolo has been bashed again and again. And I'm not sure it's because of the big contract where the Niners gave him that big money before he was able to prove himself, but taking you to the Super Bowl, I think that's somewhat proving yourself. And he's 28 years old. He's barely in his prime right now. He's still developing, he's still improving. But to answer the question to what I proposed in the video, no, it makes no sense for the 49ers to sign Tom Brady and then trade Garoppolo. It's almost to me like if you make this move, you're starting from square one. And I know that sounds crazy, but it is. You have a quarterback who's going to have to, again, learn a new system, get familiar with the receivers, lead the team. And there's comparisons to the Broncos when Peyton Manning went to the Broncos. They won it all, I think, 2016. They won it all. They had a solid defense. Peyton Manning was at the end of his career, obviously. His arm was shot, but that's not always going to be the case. And I know as Niner fans, we just want another Super Bowl, but I don't think Brady can get you there. The NFC is loaded with talent. You'll have to play Seattle twice a year, Arizona twice a year, the Rams twice a year. Our division is the toughest, and I'm a strong believer in that. Cowboys are always going to be there. The Saints, the Packers, the Vikings, if they can ever get it together. There's so many good teams in the NFC, so a complete team is going to be needed. And I think the Niners had a complete team last year. Unfortunately, they weren't able to win the big one. But I still feel that getting Brady and throw him into the NFC, flip him into this conference, isn't going to fare well. It really isn't. Those are just my 2 cents. Yeah, again, I didn't plan to make this video, but since it's getting so much traction, I figured I'm going to throw in my 2 cents. And here it is. Anyways, guys, as always, I'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts about this whole Brady Garoppolo situation? Do you think Shanahan and John Lynch would ever pull the trigger in sort of trading Jimmy Garoppolo to get Tom Brady? Go ahead and drop your comments below. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you all for watching. And as always, we'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace.